Excelente, our guest.
How you doing, Dave?
Welcome to an episode of Midnight with the Nerds.
I'm Danny C. here with Dave.
And we are half asleep, so that's why we're going to be doing this whole episode in our NPR voice.
Because after midnight,
We're going to let it all...
we're going to let it all hang out.
And tonight's sponsor is Sweaty Balls.
Deep Thoughts.
With Jack Mayhofer.
So yeah, this is kind of a grab bag of horror news. What's going on today?
What's going on?
What's going on? Have you seen Millie Bobby Brown with all the Stranger Things? The 5th season coming out, during Thanksgiving. It's just crazy to show that how much she's grown up 11, from when this first started in 2016.
She got hair.
She grew hair.
Her tits grew.
She married Bon Jovi's kid.
I was going to say Millie Bobby Bon Jovi.
Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
I mean, it's not just her, but I think as they show the transformation of the kids from 2016, every single year showing up on late night shows. Mm-hmm. It's really kind of crazy and amazing.
They were just babies.
Yeah.
I haven't touched this season yet. If I do decide to do it, then maybe over the holiday week, I'll just binge to catch up, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to go to the theater to wrap it up. But either case,
is it going to theaters? The last episode?
I remember Joe mentioned it. Actually, today I think my boss said something about that.
So you have 4 episodes that dropped on Thanksgiving,
and then
you have Christmas. You have 3 episodes, which I think they're average episode for the ones that come out at Christmas.
Oh yeah, they're all like feature length.
They're like an hour and a half, hour 40 each episode.
Yeah.
And then the finale is like two hours.
Yeah.
Which for me is fine. Yeah, so they're actually putting out the last episode, the final episode of Stranger Things, which is titled The Right Side Up, will have a limited theatrical release in over 500 theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
I figured it would at least been 1,000.
That number can change as they get,
Oh yeah, and if that limited run,
right, it sells out, and then they're going to make more showings too.
Yeah, again, you look at like Terrifier 2. I think didn't the same thing happen with Stream? Like it was intended for like 2 or 3 days, and it ended up sticking around for like a week.
I think
that one got extended.
Where they had some strong viewings, I think they continued it, especially like in the Long Island, New York area. I know those guys got a lot of push there.
Yeah. So yeah, something like this, and initially it feels like a no-brainer, but it sounds like enough people said fuck off with that show just because of the ridiculous gap. I think I was one of those ones that was on the fence a little bit about that. And that's part of it too, but I also had that part of my brain. It's just like, why I watched the last 3 seasons of The Walking Dead.
I was just gonna say that was me. It was like, I've already invested fucking 9 years of my life watching The Walking Dead. I need to watch the last 3 no matter what, whether I hate it or love it or whatever. I feel like I have to watch it.
After the initial Negan arc,
yeah,
like by the end of the next season, I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Right.
Like to me, the whole thing with Negan coming in and then coming down to that final war, to me, that was the end game. Like, they should have just ended it there.
Between him and Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I finished the season out because, again, it's like, oh, they say this is the last. All right, no, wait, there's one more. All right, there's one more. Okay, there's going to be 15 spinoffs. And it was like, I just finished the main series and, like, walked away.
Yeah, and listen, I was one of those that I waited all those years. And then I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be invested in watching the spinoffs. And then I watch them, and they're pretty good. Like, I felt like it was nice that they didn't have the big crew. They didn't have everybody involved, and you got 13 different storylines going on at one time. And
now they have 13 different shows going on.
Yeah, and listen, I think they got creative with it. So I know, Rick and Michonne had their own, and Carol and Daryl had their own. Maggie and Negan had their own show, and they are what makes up the original Walking Dead.
Yeah. Right?
They're the core members. We're not looking at, we have a whole entire show dedicated to Eugene.
I want to see a Glenn and Herschel spinoff.
Maggie.
You make me happy.
Oh, that fucking burned my wife. We met Abraham at a Walker Stalker convention, and it was literally the day before the episode premiere of
Oh.
what happened when Negan. That was when the season opened
And
up.
then Colleen
with
turned
Negan
around. He was just like,
playing Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, and my God, she cried. It was just like, I just met him, and it was.
he's still alive. The actor is still alive.
I mean, that was a fucking rough episode because it's not like we didn't know. We had no fucking clue who was going to get taken out. But fucking Glenn, I mean, he was always a fan favorite of The Walking Dead, and for him to fucking...
I only knew he was going to be one because I felt like that was... Because I heard that's what it was in the books.
Yes.
And I just felt like that was going to be a big thing to keep true to the books on. Like, yeah, it was going to burn a lot of people and all that, and then they threw Abraham in just as the extra fuck you. Or to even, as fucked up as it is, almost like a red herring. It was just like, okay, they strayed. They took out Abraham and said, nope. So that was one of the first things in the show where I was kind of pissed that, like, there was all this, that episode was over the top. What are you talking about? It's a fucking horror series about zombies.
Oh, absolutely.
And the fact that they consciously lightened it up after that for a while, it was like, no.
It's a horror show about zombies where they're really the second act in the whole entire series.
Yeah,
they're like an afterthought. They're just the zombies in general. It's just
it was a drama
it's
based
an apocalyptic universe that it's about survival. But I mean, it comes down to it. This is what the last season of Stranger Things is.
I want to watch it, but part of me is kind of removed because of the gap.
I'll tell you,
I've heard a few people mentioned that, so far not bad.
I agree.
So I think it's going to come down to if I can get over my personal hump with it.
Right.
But I can't imagine in the long run I'm not going to finish it up because I've loved it up to this point. It's had some lulls, but any series does.
I mean, this show holds a special place because this is a really good series. It's a horror series.
Oh, yeah.
That kept me engaged the whole entire time. That the first 4 episodes, I felt like this went back to those seasons where we were fully invested, and this was a really good show, and it told a lot. And you get to a point where you're happy with where the story is going, and you're like, are they really going to do this? Is this one really going to get taken out right now? Are they really going to go there? And now you have those feelings back that you used to have back then, and you could just say, no, you know what? I don't really give a shit about this character or not. No, you're fully invested into these characters and these kids because you grew up watching them, watching them grow up in this show.
We've known them since they were babies.
Right. And I think they kind of want to get to the end of this show as well, because I think they have other stuff they want to get to do in their careers. I know they all dabbled in certain motion pictures out there. Some of them dipped into directing and producing movies, and that's great. And I think everybody wants to see that and what that turns into.
I'm sure Finn's got another...
he did a movie I watched earlier this year.
He's got the Ghostbusters coming up?
No, he did a movie this year. He written and directed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a comedy horror.
Was he in it, or is he all behind the scenes?
Oh, he was in it too.
Okay.
Yeah, Hell of Summer. I think this came out a couple years ago, but I just saw it recently.
I think I saw it come up on the box.
He directed it. He did the screenplay for it, and it actually wasn't bad. It's not full horror. Like I said, it's got that comic horror relief. Wasn't bad, but I think it was just brought, like, I guess they did it in 2023, and then it just made it available. I mean, similar to Malibu Horror Story. I mean, that was 2023, and then we finally got it to streaming. So I figured this was the same situation, but, for him doing that, I know Millie Bobby Brown was doing the Godzilla movies, that she was involved with. Like I said, I was really, really happy with the first 4 episodes. It gets me excited for what Christmas is going to bring.
A fat man in the chimney.
I know we're talking about Christmas and we're in that time of the year. I always go back to the story and listen to when I'm watching Gremlins and Phoebe Cates talks about how where they found her father dead.
I remember
talking about a fat man in a chimney. I don't know why my mind just went to that.
That was one of those. Even though Gremlins is technically a horror movie, having watched that when I was like 10 years, your dad taking me to see it in the theaters at 10 years old. It was my first PG-13 movie. Yeah, it's a fucking horror, but because you got that whole Spielberg thing happening, or it didn't come up. Same thing like when we saw Poltergeist, when we had family movie night, when your parents came over and we watched fucking Poltergeist when it came on Request TV. And it was like, this is a Spielberg movie. It's a family movie.
Oh, yes.
And it fucking traumatized me for like 2 months.
And the
Yet I couldn't stop rewatching it. But yeah, there's an element to Gremlins that it's like, oh yeah, this is just a fun family Christmas movie with an edge. So I remember finally like breaking loose and, you know, finding a window to show the kid Gremlins. And he was, I don't know, I'm guessing somewhere in the like 7 to 9 range. And we're sitting there watching. It's been so long since I watched the movie, I forgot about that monologue. And he was still at that age, like, and yeah, that was probably the most flustered I ever got as a fucking parent. With like, and she's like, and that was the moment I realized there was no Santa. I was like, hey, how's it going? Yo, kiddo, hey, wait, come over here, come over. I was like, fuck, I forgot about that line. Because he was on that threshold. He was at that threshold age, and it's like, oh shit.
You know, listen. My daughter watched that movie from fucking 2 years old until I think 5,
2.5.
She would watch it every single night. She had a DVD player in her room. She had the Barbie DVD TV combo with the DVD player, and she would watch Gremlins. I think I had it on. I had the the DVD. Yeah, I had a DVD. This was like fucking 2004, 2005. She watched it every single night. Literally every single night. We put that movie on. When you hit the opening song, you know, the Christmas song, we joke around. We hear it all the time. We're like, oh, it's Gremlins. Like, you know, it's coming on. This is Ricky Roddy, or what was his, what was the fucking DJ?
That sounds right. Again, it's been about 10 to 15 years since I saw it.
Yeah.
I want to say Rowdy Roddy.
This is Rockin' Ricky.
Yeah, that's it.
Rockin' Ricky, played by the voice of Don Steele. Yeah.
Goddamn Japanese machines.
But it was just crazy that we, you know, Bree had so much love for the movie that, you know, I took her to her first horror convention over the summer, at the end of summer in September, to CT Horror Fest, and got to meet Zach Galligan. And that was the first interaction with her meeting.
Oh, so that was her first.
Yeah, that was the first. And
hey, Bree, you want to go meet Billy?
yeah. So he had like nobody in line, and we go to meet him, and it was just like, yeah. So what's your name? How do you want us to say this? Okay, you ready for a picture? And I was like, 1 second here. And you know, we've interacted with so many different people over the years at horror conventions. I was like, you know, Zach, can you just give like my daughter like a couple minutes just so she can tell you her story? 'Cause she was so excited to tell him, like, I watched you growing up from, you know, ages 2 to 6. Every single night we would watch Gremlins, and I wasn't scared, and I loved it, and I love Gremlins, and I got my dad to get a tattoo of Stripe and everything. He was like, oh, okay. So then he like comes back behind his booth, and he's like,
so about that picture.
Yeah. So she tells the story, and his handler was more like invested into the story. And I get it. You know, you meet different people. We met Savini, you know, he's, you know, okay, goodbye, like, signature. I get it. But, you know, it just sucks that it was Bree's first person that she could meet was Billy from Gremlin.
Well, not everybody's first experience could be Mark Slaughter.
Oh, yeah.
at a horror convention.
But listen, he said it and told it and went on, and then she was like, oh, that was awkward. Like, it wasn't.
No, I get it.
There, people are unique. And then we went to, the next person we went to was like Dee Wallace, and she's like,
yeah, I probably said that.
Dee's fucking amazing. You know, we've had her on the show before, and we've talked with her. She's just amazing. She, between her, Derek Mears, when we went to go there, just made her feel like
I wanted to
the nicest fucking guy.
I always wanted to meet him, and then when you told me about like your experience with him, like, yeah, he needs to get his ass over here like soon. Like,
he's got to come back.
I wanted to meet him. Now I need to meet him.
One of the nicest fucking guys. And I don't care if he's put himself out and he promotes himself like that. Like, he is such a genuinely good person. And like, Kevin was like, you know, Two-Eyed Kevin. I think he went to go meet him in Monster Mania over the summer in Cherry Hill, and he was just like, dude is like the nicest fucking guy. And I was like, all right, so I want to go meet another Jason. I go up to him. I'm like, well,
he's like a fanboy that's in the business.
Yeah, it was like Two-Eyed Kevin said that you're like one of the nicest people. And he's like, who? And I was like, But no, we literally talked to him, but he
Wait,
made her.
Derek
feel
Mears from Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yes, that Derek Mears. But people are just different in general when you go to horror conventions. Obviously, we've met so many fucking people.
Yeah, and yeah, it does suck that it feels like we have more good encounters than bad, but it does suck like right out of the gate, like being awkward. I mean, not everyone could be Prince Charming like fucking David Naughton. Which, fun fact, did you know that she was?
I think if he felt like that, he wouldn't tell me to go fuck myself. Like he was on the verge of telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, I mean, I've had experiences like that in my lifetime, in my teens, and even in my 20s, and it was like, yeah, you walk away like motherfucker and all that, but I don't know, something like that feels more like a story to tell than to have a grudge over that long. Like, I could see thinking, all right, this is how I die in the moment. But to me, that feels like it would be the best story, like, even 5 years later. Like, oh, shit, you remember that time? Like, oh, I wanted to kill you. And
do you know who I am? I am the Dr. Pepper Man. I could have been killed.
I was in Brutal Massacre, a comedy. Which, I did rewatch that in the past week.
To me, I'm going to watch it once a year now.
I crap my pants. And
you know what?
Harry
gave
me a new pair of pants.
Harry Penderecki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. That was the one bright spot, I think, when I was talking to him about Brutal Massacre. Obviously, I'm going to get the tattoo of, him transforming from an American Werewolf in London. I love that fucking transformation. But for him, I think he was like kind of taken off guard, talking about Brutal Massacre a little bit. And he was hoping that was supposed to turn into something a little bit bigger.
To me, that is the perfect candidate for a cult movie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something that I think it should have by now, but should find an audience. It's just dumb fun. It's enough dumb fun. Like, I don't get how like nobody's ever heard of it. And the lineup, like, the cast in it is
Brian O'Halloran, right? He's in it. You got Ken Foray. You got Gunnar Hansen.
You got 2 Evil Dead alum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which I didn't realize until
the OG.
Way after. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie, and it's funny. It's
fucking Jerry fucking shish kebab.
Oh yeah, Jerry Bednob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even he didn't play that over the top like I forget his fucking name. Like, not over the top like Judd Apatow. Like, he was funny playing a very straight character. But yeah, that's one of those I thought everyone was great in it. And yeah, again, it's just a dumb fucking movie. And I just feel like more people need to watch it.
Yeah. And I'm glad you told me about it, because I actually went back and I watched it. And
you resisted for a while.
Listen,
I did buckle, and I appreciate that.
I did, but fairness, I fell asleep during, I think, the first watch, and then I went back to it. And then when I was watching it a second time, I'm like, this is pretty fucking funny. This is good.
And the fucking special effects guy, like, I fucking that caught me off guard.
Onto some other news.
Oh yeah, so Stranger Things. Yeah, we'll see.
Give it a shot. I mean, listen, I
can't imagine me never watching it.
You should.
And then I guess one final thing on that, though, how everyone's saying like, oh, it's 8 episodes, but look how long they are. Season 4, that was maybe the first couple episodes were like an hour, but that last half of the season,
it's like 2.5 hours each episode.
Yeah, like the finale was 2.5 hours. I think the episode before that was 2, and then before that, I think there was a couple 90 to 100 minute episodes, which I was fine with, but it was like, you could have just gone old school and made it a 24 episode season like the good old days. Yeah. Instead, you had to cram like 127 hours in 8 episodes.
Yeah, and I think we might get into, I don't know if we'll ever talk about Stranger Things. I don't know if it's something we cover,
I mean, that they're definitively ending it. I'm not counting the spin-offs they're talking about now, but the main show.
Why just leave it alone?
Because there's still money in it. And I think they're going to decide for sure. Like, I don't know if they're officially greenlit any of these spin-offs, but
I guess they're going to see how it ends.
Yeah, I think they're going to see where it lands as far as
what it pulls in.
Yeah, and if it sounds like there's still an itch for more, then go for it. Or maybe it's a subversion. Like, I forget who they said, but any of these spin-offs they have in mind, maybe that's to make people believe that they're going to survive this series. and they're going to be like, well, obviously they're not going to die. Oh, never mind, they killed him. Unless they pull like a Black Widow and just go with prequels.
Well, I mean, they fucking did the same shit for Walking Dead.
I want to see Nancy in 78.
Oh shit, oh my gosh, that was the thing. I was watching her in the show, and I was like, oh my god, she's aged a little bit. And then I look her up, and I'm like, oh, she's 30 already. And I'm not. She looks great. She's pretty and everything. Like,
oh yeah.
It's just like you can tell, like, oh, well, she's starting to get those. You've hit like.
She's in pre-crow's feet, fucking stage.
Teach his own. Gotta do what you gotta do. Right? You gotta stay relevant.
I've been seeing people post pictures of because like Charlie Sheen's on the con circuit now. He looks better now than he did like fucking 8 years ago at New Jersey Con in Atlantic City. When I passed him at that AC Con, like I really thought he was going to be dead by the end of that week.
Yeah, I remember.
And this was on a Saturday, so that we're talking the next day. And but now I'm seeing pictures with him. Like again, I'm glad. It seems like he completely turned his shit around.
We were talking about that with John Philbin when we had him on a couple weeks ago, and about Charlie Sheen. And his take on him, and good for Charlie.
Now I would be excited to meet him again because I really wanted to that time. My 3 regrets then, and hopefully it won't be my last opportunity. There was him, and at that same show, Mark Patton and Kim Myers were there, and.
You didn't meet either of them?
I wanted to, but it was one of those, if I got enough money at the end of this, and I didn't. So,
hey, maybe they show back up around it,
And that's another one as far as, like show topics and all. One I'd like to do is like gay horror, just so I could make you guys watch Swallowed.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2 wasn't enough. I have to go to.
I was going to say, I think Mark Patton was better in this than in Nightmare 2. And I fucking love Nightmare 2.
Yeah.
And he was fucking scary. Like, it was one of those performances, like, I don't want to meet this guy. Like, Jesse's an evil, creepy dude now. But, yeah, it was a really good movie. Very, very gay movie, but it was a great fucking movie.
Is it crazy that we talk with Jack Shoulder this year?
A little bit.
Feel a little weird?
It feels like it came and went so quickly, and almost to where now I think back and like anytime I think of or watch Freddy's Revenge, it was like, oh shit, we met the guy who made this. Like,
right.
Of all the huge people we talked to, in a sense, he felt the most surreal. Probably because
I know why.
It happened so quickly.
It happened so quickly, but we weren't anticipating it to go more than like 15, 20 minutes, and it went like over.
Maybe
it went over
a
fucking hour.
Yeah,
and that was fun. Like, he was a great person to interview and talk.
The fact that he said like, "Oh, I could tell you stories for hours," and like by the end of it, it's like, I want that.
Yeah.
Like because he seems like he's enough of a no bullshit guy. Like if he tells a story, like you're gonna get all of his dark thoughts.
Yeah.
On any given situation. So
and he's had an impact in the horror industry too. So that's just.
And it seems like he's had a good enough career, but never hit that A-list level. Therefore, if he wants to burn bridges, he ain't got as far to fall.
Right.
Like he's just in there enough to talk some shit and not worry about ruining his life. That's one of the things I loved about Philbin. Like I said, going into it, it was just like, oh yeah, he was in some shit I liked and all, but at the end of it, it's like, I want to hang out with this fucking dude. Like, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was at work, I think it was last week, and somebody was like, hey, I got around to listening to this John Philbin interview.
What did you guys beep?
Well, no, he didn't get to that point, but he was just like, dude, this guy, what a story.
Yeah.
What an interview. And I was like, yeah, man, he was just very, very open. And he had a great story to tell. He's got a positive outcome from it now, but he went through a lot of shit in his life, and I it's a good story for those maybe young into business that, hey, sometimes you got to take a deep breath and take it all in at a young age, and don't be cocky because your time might not be forever. Where you got your 15 minutes of fame. Your 15 minutes of fame is eventually going to run out. So appreciate those times when you get those opportunities and make the best of them.
Yeah. And to some extent, there are elements of his life where he had a shit life, but he walked away knowing that okay, I made a lot of awful decisions. It's given me some stories to tell, but at the end, I learned from it and I rose above the shit position I put myself in. And so, like, you got the people who see a negative and it was like, oh, woe is me, and they go full victim mode. Or you get those who actually learn from the lesson of a shit moment in your life. And the fact that he was able to go that way was fucking amazing.
Absolutely.
But can sit there and be like, I did a lot of dumb and crazy shit, and, there's no denying it. Like I love that part of it.
Yeah, I think,
and you were saying going into it, like, yeah, the one thing I'm not going to bring up. And
I'm not going to touch it.
He went balls deep into it. He was like, oh yeah, that time I was in jail for that thing.
Yeah.
He was a great interview before the rapid fire.
I think
that was just the icing.
I think when we got John on the episode to start recording, there was like 5-10 minutes of introductions and hey, just going through the pre-warm-up shit, make sure we're on the same page. That shit's like fucking. That was golden, kind of talking about.
I so badly wanted to include the 15 minutes of Miguel talk beforehand, but I was like, oh no, let's
stick to the.
It wasn't really trashing. There was some fun.
No, he totally had fun, and if you see that, like when I was there, I was in Connecticut. It was when I saw him last, and the banter between the Return of the Living Dead gang, I was there for it in March at Monster Mania. And got to see them all again in CT Horror Fest, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say even the Monster Mania panel.
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh shit, these, like, I could believe these guys, like, these people hang out.
Oh yeah,
from time to time.
Oh, and they are totally ball breakers. But it's nice because just even when you see like Tom Matthews again, like he remembers being on the show. He's like, oh yeah, whatever, come on again and talk some stuff and. Beverly's, she's great. Jewel, she's even nice to talk to again. It's just, they are legit having fun. And John's like the icing on the cake, him and Miguel. Miguel's, he's all over the place, but, he knows how to market himself. He's puts himself out there, funny guy. He's very likable. He can tell fucking stories.
He's a performer.
Yeah. So Dave, Blumhouse has acquired the rights to the Saw horror franchise.
I mean, once they canceled, or once Tobin and Shawnee got the boot from 11, like, as far as I'm concerned, the franchise is dead.
I agree, 110%.
So it was dead. This is just the burial now.
So it's taken over productions. Twisted Pictures with Lionsgate remaining a partner. This deal brings the series back under the creative influence of creator James Wan, signal a potential reinvention or soft boot focus on honoring the original film's roots and Jigsaw's complex story after internal conflicts halted.
So you yeah, because I kind of spaced out for a second there. So professional. So you said they're going for like a soft reboot?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, when the trailers come out, I'll decide whether or not I'm going to give it a shot. But
is it too soon?
For Blumhouse, never.
It's not. But as a horror fan, like, let me ask you this: when they decided to reboot A Nightmare on Elm Street, how did you feel about it now that it was, what, like 15 years removed from the original, the last one being done?
Again, with Nightmare being my full-on, I am now a horror fan, of course, and yet, as much as I didn't like Freddy's Dead, I'll rewatch it, but it was definitely the dog shit of the franchise. New Nightmare I thought was good, and it was good enough that I was willing to give any new Freddy content a shot, with or without Robert. I went in very skeptical about what they could do, and I kind of would have liked to have seen if behind the scenes there was more passion, because I heard the director it was a paycheck for him. What's her name that played Nancy? She didn't want it. It was a paycheck for her.
Heather Langenkamp?
No, for the remake.
Oh, for the remake.
Yeah, and again, I agree with I didn't hate Jackie Earle Haley's thing, but he didn't have a lot to work with. So if there was a team behind it that gave a shit and put some passion into it, I would like to see him take another crack at it. I don't know if he's the best choice to play it, but I'm not going to shit on him because he was put in a rough situation. So yeah, I guess to relay that into Saw, I think I'm going to have the same take on it. I'm not going to completely write it off, but
I feel like...
Am I going to jump to the theater to watch it? Probably not, unless something wows me beforehand.
Do they just see, like, they think, like, people are going to jump to this? Because I think there's a lot of people in the horror world who feel like, yeah, they couldn't get their shit together. Tobin and Shawnee, who kind of ran the franchise, are not going to be in it.
And the fact that they were able to keep it going that long when they spoiler alert, killed Jigsaw in the third of, what, the original run was 7 movies.
Right.
Then you got the Jigsaw one, which...
The Spiral.
Definitely wasn't the best of the franchise, but I think Jigsaw gets more hate than it deserves.
Yeah.
Spiral, I thought was pretty good, which obviously had almost... other than
Samuel and Chris Rock.
Yeah, and the movie opens to 10 minutes of Chris Rock stand-up. What was it, on Forrest Gump or something?
Africa!
Like I said, I don't think I hate anything in the franchise. I think it's becoming the consensus that Blumhouse, if anything, that's a strike against it. I think everybody's getting slowly on board, like, oh, it's a Blumhouse movie. How are they going to fuck this up? And also that I think they had, at best, 2 years to release a follow-up to Saw X. So I think they've hesitated long enough that by the time we get another one, and by people being burned, because the bread and butter of the franchise is, got the boot. Now, who knows? Juan might be able to, convince them to, even have a legacy appearance in it or something. But yeah, it's got a lot of strikes going against it. But like I said, I'm not going to completely write it off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I got to see what James Wan's going to put out there first. I just feel like it's too fucking soon. It's like we're getting a fucking soft reboot right now.
At this point, if they're not doing a direct follow-up to X, like, I think it's really the only option. I'm not saying I agree with it. I just feel like from a practical level, they don't have much of a choice.
This is a bad fucking comparison. But you remember when they did the Eric Bana Incredible Hulk?
And then 5 minutes later
they get Ed Norton. You know that I know that you know
that you got anger issues.
So it's like
shit.
They did a soft reboot, but you also knew there was a bigger picture of the universe they were trying to create.
Yeah.
Right? So it was kind of like...
Because wasn't it that was made first, but that came out like 5 minutes after Iron Man?
It did, yeah.
Yeah, it was like they were kind of back to back.
Yeah.
But in a sense, it almost felt like they came out unrelated.
Yeah, because I think that's when you started putting it all together, that whole universe, and I think it was a post-credit Easter egg of Iron Man showing up. But anyway, it's just like, I feel like it's too fucking soon. Like... You've already aggravated a lot of horror fans by what you're doing, and now it's like, we're just going to do a soft reboot.
And it's Jason Blum.
the guy that fucks up so many different horror franchises with different reboots. And
is Winnell attached to it, or is it just...
I don't know if Winnell is attached to it. I mean, it just says Juan, but I guess it's more to come.
I feel like if they go in, again, with some of that drive... you're never going to be able to capture the lightning in the bottle that is the first one. But as long as they have a little bit of that passion left in their baby and they attack it together, that might give it a chance.
Speaking of Blumhouse.
Uh-oh.
In Christmas time.
Is here.
And I totally forget that they did a remake of Black Christmas.
Oh, was that Blumhouse?
Yeah, I think it was like 2017.
I never bought. Although
I watched it. It's like a fucking cult. It's not even the whole Billy story from Black Christmas that you got, because
I heard that's mostly just they took the name.
Yeah, which is once again.
What was the other one? 06?
Is it 06 or 07? Yeah, it might have been 06.
And actually, it
wasn't bad. It was okay. But
when we did that episode, that was the first time I ever saw that one.
Yeah,
and I didn't hate it.
I did.
It was a decent, somewhat reimagining, but they kept a little true to the original. So, if you're going to do a remake, at least give some semblance of what the source material. So,
oh shit,
they might have taken it a little over the top.
You got Billy and his mom, right, in Black Christmas, and then you got Henry and his mom in Match. And I'm talking about I'm talking about Billy and his mom from the Black Christmas remake and whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Because in the original, it's just he's got mommy issues.
Yeah.
the next one, you get a sense of what the mommy issues were.
Right. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just fucking leave it alone. And I think if it would be totally different. If you want to do a soft reboot 10 years from now with the franchise, you're getting a different generation of horror fans that are growing up, that it might stick, and at least us remembering like, oh, I do miss Billy the Puppet. You know? I do miss John Kramer.
You know what I hate though? And again, this is just first world nitpicking. Like, especially casual fans or casual horror fans, you know, they'll always refer to Billy as Jigsaw. Like, oh, this is Jigsaw. No, this was just a tool. This was a prop that Jigsaw used.
Oh yeah, let's just make sure we clarify the whole.
But they'll show you Billy, and then they're like, "Oh, this is Jigsaw." No, the puppet was just a pawn in this whole thing.
He was just a prop.
Yeah.
But I just think that the legacy, if you let it go for a little bit, you can probably rekindle it, maybe down the line. If you're going to do a soft reboot now, Blumhouse, I just feel like it's going to be forced trash into the theaters. It's like it's a money grab.
Oh yeah.
And to me, it's just like I get pissed off, right? Because we are a horror podcast and we want to watch the horror movies that come out in the years that they debut. I just don't want to waste my time on something that the fucking train's coming and the accident's going to fucking happen, but you want to sit there and you're going to watch it.
It's human nature. We're a bunch of rubberneckers.
The fuck are we doing?
Like I said, I'll eventually watch it, but yeah, it's got many strikes going against it.
I also saw something recently.
Me too.
Melissa Barrera's character in Scream, she was supposed to become the next Ghostface in Scream 7.
But
she got the boot.
Again?
Oh, no, she got the boot a while back.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is that originally she was supposed to be the next Ghostface in that franchise, which would have made sense knowing who her father was, right?
She's dealt with a lot of shit based on that, so based on her lineage.
Right. It's just a shame because I think, it's weird because that movie's going to be coming out, right, in 2026. I just saw a date, and I think I marked it down. February 27th will be Scream 7 is going to be coming out. And I know there was a lot of hate with her getting the boot from the franchise. And I don't know what storyline they're going for.
At this point,
I would have been more attracted to this storyline for her because it made sense. They were setting it up to make sense. And now they had to divert by giving her the boot from the franchise. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that franchise overall.
I mean, I was never. That's another one. How. I mean, I'm serious when I say it, but of course, seeing how pissed off people get, then I got to rub it in because I'm a troll like that. But where I say like Halloween as a franchise, like even though I like most of those movies, but I'm not that invested in the franchise as a whole that I wasn't as offended or pissed off by kills and ends. And Scream's like another one along those lines. Like the first, like that's one of those ones, if they would have cut it off at 4, that might have gone up as like a more of a top tier franchise for me and all that. But it's like, I enjoy them for what they are. Like, I love the first one. 2, I thought was okay. I actually didn't hate 3. 4, I thought was a nice little twist and everything. But, it really is, again, that's one of those, it was so groundbreaking, that original movie. They're never going to be able to, like, duplicate that. They could tweak it. It's one of those rinse and repeat that I don't think has that much longevity.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't hate 5. I didn't hate 6. Am I going to see 7? Yeah. Whether or not it's in the theater, I don't know. I might wait for streaming. I like it enough that I will continue to watch them.
It streaming, Dave.
Sorry. But yeah, I don't care enough about the franchise. It's like, oh, they got the boot. All right, whatever. Like the fact that the internet blew up over that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I mean, if that's something you want to be passionate about, but it was like, and it sucks. I didn't mind their arc or whatever the hell they were going for in those movies, but It's like, all right, that sucks, but they're going to continue. And
I don't know if it's about continue. I think it's now. I think this is it, right? This has got to be it. I'm hoping that this is it. Like,
again, I thought that after 3, but
I thought this was like another trilogy they were putting out there when they were done with 5, 6, 7 in a row.
yeah, actually, yeah, because I was playing catch up on the Body Count Continues, and I forget which one. I forget if it was the Black Coat's Daughter episode or the Sleepaway Camp episode, but it sounds like between that and all the I don't know if it's leaked or if it was just flat out released. The list of characters they're going to have in there, and it sounds like almost everybody that died in the franchise is going to be in this movie, and this is Ghostface in space, essentially.
It's like Spider-Man No Way Home.
yeah. But at least they came up with a logic to pull that off.
It's like the multiverse.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm enough of a fan of Lillard. Like, yeah, if there was a way where they could legitimately have brought him in by the second or third movie, like, okay, I know I got my face bashed in, but hey, I'm still, a few stitches, I'm all in an aspirin, I'm good. But if they're going to bring him back just because he's a fan favorite, like, they better have a really good fucking reason. Like I said, I love him, but I just don't think...
They did an overhaul to this whole entire cast and how they were going to... the script as well.
Yeah.
And I get... my gut feeling is that this is going to be... my gut feeling this is going to be hot garbage.
Either way, yeah, they really should end it at this point.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
Like, to me, the logical thing would be the full arc of fucking Sydney, goes out as the last Ghostface.
Speaking of 2026, I saw the
TV glow?
Yeah, I saw the TV glow. Yeah, you should ask JC about what he thinks about the TV glowing.
Upon a second watch?
Yeah, upon a second watch. No, but I mean, 2026 coming up, I know that we're going to get into, reviewing 2025 and, where we ended for the year. But 2026, January, Soulmate.
Oh,
the Megan,
what's that, the spinoff?
Yeah, the Megan.
Okay.
That'll be on January 9th. I know you were excited. The return to Silent Hill in January 23rd. Strangers Chapter 3, you saw the first two? I don't know.
Nope.
You saw the first two?
Didn't bother.
That's February 6th.
Chapter 1 came out. I had no desire to watch it. And then I heard the reviews, and it was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not touching this trilogy.
Yeah. After the first one, I felt like I wanted to do it for 2025 and go back to it, but never got to it.
Yeah.
Dracula, February 6th.
Dead and Loving It?
Yeah, I wish. Scream 7, obviously, we were just talking about that one on February 27th. Ready or Not 2, which I think could be something good. I want to see that. And that'll be out on April 10th. Scary Movie 6, June 12th.
I'm cautiously optimistic for that.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
I want another
too.
one. The fact that the Waynes got back into it.
I'm excited. And they're bringing back the original cast. You're getting Sheridan. You're getting Abrams. You're getting Lachlan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty awesome that you can go back and maybe revisit some of that and have a little fun with it.
Is this one going to be a spoof on the Scary Movie franchise?
Oh.
We'll have to look into it. If not, Ron, Chris, get on it.
Yeah, they went full fucking meta on that one, huh? Evil Dead Burn on July 24th. Another Resident Evil on September 18th.
I think Resident Evil, I saw like the first 5.
I lost count.
Yeah, didn't they just put out the one in the past year or two?
Yeah, was it Return? Something to Raccoon City.
Okay, yeah.
And that one was more true to the game, which was good.
That's what I heard.
I remember watching that, and I was like, oh, this takes me back to the game itself. This is one that I guess it's tentative for November 13th. That I don't know how I feel about it.
Is Roy's Theater going to be playing it?
It's not. Return of the Living Dead.
Is that actually happening?
It is, because now Devin Sawa is going to, Devin Sawa is going to be tied. He's also tied to this. He's also casted for it.
But I remember last year when they were pushing that, and then it came out like, oh, this was just some AI fan trailer.
Yeah. Well, now it's the real, like it's legit. I think when somebody sent that to me on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it these days. Listen.
I heard somebody refer to it as Twix.
Twix.
And I kind of like that.
Okay, I'll go with Twix.
Less syllable, but you're still getting the X, formerly known as Twitter.
A good friend of the show sent it to me on Twix and was like, hey, what do you think about this? And I was like, oh, is this legit happening? And I think they announced it at one of the shows, like one of the conventions. And it's like, every time I meet the cast from Return of the Living Dead, so we see him. I've seen him so many times. I keep on bringing it up. Like, what is the deal with this, and who has the rights to it? And
Trash's Revenge. That's DOA, right?
no, it's still happening, but Linnea pulled out of it because a lot of it's all AI.
I remember there was some like critical hit.
Yeah,
with
and
that.
there is some of them still tied to it. Like I think Tom Matthews and Beverly Randolph. I think they're still involved with it.
Okay.
But I know that Linnea was like a big piece of it, and she's like,
wasn't it kind of her baby?
it was her baby, and then the way they were taking it, they wanted to run with a lot of.
Yeah, because I remember there was a lawsuit, and then I heard when that ended, it was just like, all right, now we're full for. Wait, ain't happening.
Yeah.
And I do feel like enough time has passed there for a reboot. I just don't believe that it's happening.
I'm okay. Like I don't mind seeing the reboot based off. It's like a sequel. It's not a reboot, but it's a sequel based off the original one, which I'm okay with. I don't count Return of the Living Dead.
Is this going to be like
2.
Halloween 2018? It's going to be Return of the Living Dead 2026.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
going to be the legacy sequel.
I'm a zombie guy. I love zombies. I love Tar Man. I fucking love Return of the Living Dead. It is what it is. But I just don't know. I'll wait to see more. I was really excited if that's the trailer that they pumped up for it as we get closer of what we already saw last year. Like I was fucking giddy. Like it was supposed to be out this Christmas, but then I guess they saw how much fan love for it that they were like all excited. I think that's when they
so you're saying it's a prank that turned into a good.
I don't know. I don't know what to think because every time I bring it up, I'm like, are you? Is it like this legitimately happening?
Yeah, because like I said, I remember hearing last year that it got debunked. Like that was just some fan threw that together just to see if there could be any buzz. But maybe that's what it was. There was enough buzz about it. They're like, oh, maybe we should do this. But
and then the other one is Werewolf on Christmas of next year.
Is that the full title? No. Werewolf on Christmas next year?
No, it's Werewolf.
No, all right.
I mean, the only movies that really stick out that I feel like I am going to be in theaters for, I could tell you right, Evil Dead Burn. I will be there.
Yeah, I want to see that. If they are doing Return of the Living Dead.
I will be there to see Return of the Living Dead. I will be there to see Scary Movie 6. And Ready or Not 2, I think I want to see Samara. And I want to...
Touche.
I was
rewatched the original.
I was a fan of the first one, and I thought that's pretty awesome. So I'm excited to see what they bring. So those are, I think, my top ones for 2026.
And again, that just kind of sucks that... I mean, we're still not close enough, and obviously there's going to be a lot packed in over the next couple months. But again, that doesn't sound like a mind-blowing year.
It's not.
And all I hope for is like...
No, this is mainstream. This is mainstream theater.
I just hope that a year from now... we're thinking back like, okay, 26 was a nice step up from 25. Because again, ultimately, this year's been like dog shit for the genre.
Compared to last year, where I think we had a lot of bangers.
Yeah, 24 was so good, there was no way this was going to compare. But I feel like it's even worse than that. Even some of the better movies were meh.
I'm okay with that. Because I don't feel like I need to go to the theaters to see horror. And plus, I guess we still don't know where the fucking Terrifier 4 is going to land.
I can't imagine that's, especially if that's going to, again, assuming this is going to wrap up the franchise, I can't imagine it's not getting a theatrical run.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just based on that, like as a whole, that's a list that's not really wowing me, and it makes me nervous.
And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of indie horror coming out. So I'm okay. I'd like seeing what indie horror brings to the table.
I was going to say... hearing that list, even though there are movies I'm interested in, I think I'm more excited to see Fragmented Mind. And that's not just the pander. Okay, it's not the pander at all.
You mean Black Ab Films?
Oh, yes.
Fragmented Mind?
From the minds of Ronald Black and Chris Avellino. And there may or may not be nudity thrown in this one.
Starring Sammy Morningstar.
Mm-hmm.
Friday 2 getting a 4K release for the 45th anniversary.
Is it?
Yeah. Looks like Orphan's going to get another prequel called... Orphan is going to get another prequel called Orphans.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Orphan's Second Kill.
They did a prequel. Like, I don't know.
I like the first one. I still haven't seen the second one, which was technically before the first one.
Which wasn't bad.
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
It was actually pretty good.
Whether or not I don't know if the consensus from what I heard was that it was better than the original, but I heard it was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was the first.
Like it was way better than it should have been.
Orphan First Kill.
Yeah.
Which I think that was the one with Julia Stiles in it. And
oh, I didn't know she was in it.
Yeah.
Can we do an episode on that and the remake of The Omen?
Yeah, listen,
I want to do an episode on Julia Stiles horror.
as long as it's not Save the Last Dance.
I was going to say, is it more than 2?
Yeah, I thought Orphan First Kill was actually pretty good, and it was a different twist in there, and I don't want to ruin that, as I know
that is actually one I've managed to stay away from spoilers. Because like I said, I like the original enough that, and especially hearing a lot of people say like shit that again, it's better than it had any right to be.
Yeah,
because that's another one. There was enough of a gap that was destined to fucking flop, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, that was actually really good."
I like them.
Yeah.
I like both of them. That's one of the two. It's just like, okay,
yeah,
stop. David Dastmalchian will play the villain in the meta horror Kill Screen.
I did hear reference to that.
From the director of Wolf Creek.
Okay.
I
want to see more Dastmalchian.
Absolutely.
Fucking horror.
Yes. I mean, Late Night with the Devil. Excellent. I mean,
I'm really due. It's probably been about 2-3 months since I watched it last, and I'm due to watch it again. It's just, again, it's not like, oh, this is the most groundbreaking thing ever. I just happen to have a lot of fun with it every time I watch it.
Yeah, I mean, his character, oh my God, I think he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I think there was 2 people that, from a male acting perspective last year, that did phenomenal. And I think it was him in Late Night with the Devil, and I think it was Hugh Grant and...
I still got to watch it. I still haven't.
In Heretic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't watched it yet?
Nah. And I haven't heard one negative thing about it yet.
No, and I forget who I was talking to. We met the cast from the show Evil.
Oh, yeah.
So we met Mike Coulter and Katja Habers.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is a huge fan of the show, and I loved it as well. But when we met them at Monster Mania, I asked Katja, I'm like, so what's your favorite, horror movie? And she goes, I don't know if I have one, but I watched Heretic. Recently, and Hugh Grant was amazing. And it was nice to kind of talk, because I always ask them, because sometimes I don't know if they're in the horror genre and whatnot.
If they have a genre for a paycheck or for the love of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And but it was just like, she was really awesome to fucking meet. I mean, she's an amazing actress, being in Westworld and like I said, the show Evil. But when she was bringing that up and she was talking about Hugh Grant's role in Heretic and how much she loved it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm right there with you. I felt the same. Like he was excellent. Like to me, that's such a really good movie that it's very rewatchable and a lot of fun. And Sophie Thatcher in it too was great.
I was actually thinking about watching it just in the past week. It was like, yeah, I really need to do this. And then I realized, oh, we're right around the corner from the end of the year. Maybe I should watch Sinners.
Well, I'm glad you got to watch Sinners.
Get that out of my way. And yeah, I'm glad I got to watch it too. I'll save other the rest of my opinion for
the year end.
Yeah, when we discuss the end of the year.
I don't think I have one, but going back to Dastmalchian,
yeah,
need more of him. Great actor. And you got more of him on camera right there.
This just kind of materialized tonight. It's another one I got to watch. I got to see.
Suicide Squad.
I got to see the great acting skills of Polka Dot Man
and Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes that he's in it.
Wait, Pete Davidson from Bitches, Bitches, Bitches?
Yes, that Pete Davidson. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Horror in High Desert 4. The fuck? I guess I missed out on 3.
I still ain't seen the second one.
I watched the second one.
Which I hear everybody who did see the...
You saw the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sounds like everyone who saw the second one regrets it.
Yeah.
And I believe I heard 3 was a slight step up from 2. But actually, until you mentioned this now, I forgot there was a 3.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, did I miss out on 3?
I gotta go back to the first one.
They do like found footage. Are they like, hey, Hell House they got like 5 going, so maybe we could just keep on going with this.
Frankly, sir, you are not Hell House.
Yeah, so JC was the one I think that told me, was like, oh, you got to see Horror in High Desert. And I was like, okay. So I watched the first one. Good story. I liked it.
I remember liking it, but I don't remember a lot from it.
Yeah.
So I got to rewatch, because there was that, and there was another one about that time that I watched, which was kind of hot garbage, and I think I had this sour taste in my mouth from that one. maybe that's why I don't remember a lot of it. I didn't fully focus on horror in High Desert.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't dislike it, but I don't remember anything about it.
The Boys final season. I can't believe you've never watched The Boys.
And I've probably seen the equivalent of 1.5 episodes through all the clips you've shown me.
I mean, there's some pretty fucking awesome clips. I mean, I think every episode has something fun to bring to the table. Yeah, I think it kind of sucks. I know they have a spin-off already that's already been ongoing on Amazon, but yeah, it sucks. The Boys has a final season.
Maybe down the road when the complete series box set comes out.
Oh, that's when you'll watch it, Dave. Is that what you're saying?
Tell you what, yeah, when that comes out in the box set, I'll buy that, and then I will loan you my Twin Peaks box set.
Oh, God.
3 seasons in a movie. It sounds like a fair trade.
You know, we had Jessa Jupiter Flux, and she was talking about
great taste in fucking TV and
Twin
movies.
Peaks. Like you and her got me excited, and you guys are going on for 10 minutes talking about Twin fucking Peaks. I'm like,
was it only 10?
I kind of felt like 20 minutes.
It felt like an eternity.
Yeah. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, like I said, it's a soap opera.
Right.
You know, it's like Dynasty and all that shit, but a twisted version of that.
How do you feel about Clue? Remember the movie Clue?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Curry.
It's another 40-year anniversary.
Colin Camp.
Yeah. Yes. Michael McKean.
It's getting its own show on Peacock.
Miss Peacock?
Series. No, not Miss Peacock. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. How do you feel about that?
So what, like an anthology?
No, it's going to be...
Like, I feel like if you're going to do Clue as a series, I almost feel like it could be like a viewer interactive type thing. Like every episode is almost like a different game. You know, kind of like American Idol or, you know, any of those fucking talent shows where you could phone in your vote. Like, to me, that's the only way to make a series
also
out of
be
it.
Every episode, you have to kind of figure out the situation of what's going down based off of what you see in the episode. So it makes you think. Just like the end of the movie where it gave you like 3 endings.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's what it is. So say it's an hour. Let's just say they're hour-long episodes. You know, by the 40-minute mark, they cap off.
Whoa! There's no capping off.
Like, or at some point towards the end, yeah, they shut down the polls. You know, and it's just one of those, like, you get to be involved with the show, and then at the end of it, it's like, oh, this episode I got it right.
I'm thinking every episode's going to be
copyright One Next Day for a Podcast 2025.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same cast every episode. Different story.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, there's no reason why the movie should have been as good as it was. It was so cheesy and campy, but it was like, I watched the fuck out of that.
I think I watched I watched that in the 90s for Colin Camp. You want to talk about material?
Mrs. Tackleberry?
Oh, Mrs. Tackleberry. I think I was talking to you about this before, that she was the mom to Deborah Foreman in Valley Girl.
Yeah, you did mention that.
And I was like, holy shit. That's awesome.
That's another one long overdue to rewatch.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, Dave, this was fun.
Yeah. It just kind of like, winged it. Yeah, we're trying to focus on getting this whole year-end thing and, you know, come up with a game plan going into the new year, and figure we do this. We tried it once before, and yeah, got to get through some news and shit and stuff, and I don't know. It's like fucking midnight now, so we're all super delusional.
Living
seeing Little Pink
midnight, rocking till the dawn.
I'm seeing Little Pink and Christina Aguilera's.
Is it? Yeah, it's midnight during a work week.
Yep.
Happy holidays. Yeah. Well, it's that time of year, so we'll be back in the swing of things soon.
Merry fucking Christmas.
We'll be back in the swing of things soon, and
big swinging dicks like fucking Henry.
Yeah, it was such a fun episode.
Oh, what's that, match?
Match.
Yeah, although somebody took issue with one of my comments and that, and it was.
I got message on Twix about it,
and I don't get it. Someone took issue with me saying, I'm not going to say how it made me feel. And again, as a man of my word, I didn't say how it made me feel. But somebody assumed or projected what they believed, or where they believed I was going with that train of thought.
Right.
Maybe I didn't say it because I was so traumatized by that movie. But somebody,
I don't think there's not a point where you say something out of character. Like I'm immune to you. That it's just funny that other people pick up on it. I was like, I don't fucking remember him. And I get the message comes back at a playback.
Because that's like remembering like the time I said the.
Right. And it's like, who? And I'm thinking to myself, I get a clip of the episode, and I'm like, who said this?
You had a question.
So then I had to go back and listen to the episode, and I was like, oh, that was fucking Dave. I know.
So you're saying an outsider was a great, pulled a great marketing thing to get you to listen to your show?
I mean, at least you got one download for the day.
From that household? Yeah. From this house.
From this house.
In this house.
Oh, it is in this house.
And that's the thing. I think that's why we've become friends with
fucking Marianne.
That we can hear. She can not flip out, but give me shit for something like that. But knowing damn well that's just my fucked up sense of humor.
Right.
It wasn't like, how dare you? I'm blocking you on everything. It was just like, nah, you're fucked up, and I know exactly where you were going with that.
Yeah, it's just funny. I was like,
and I still admitted nothing.
I think my response was like, oh yeah, that was Dave, and she goes, it's always Dave. And I was like, yeah. I mean, you're right. I basically said, yeah, Dave goes right to 14. He skips over 10, and he goes right to 14.
Life's too short.
Just get me to bed. That's all.
Take me to church.
Take me to bed.
Yep. Well, Denny, thank you for this, and okay, quick goat thinking. Yes.
Yeah, the mosh pit.
We superimposed ourselves into this episode.
Yeah. What the fuck is superimposed?
Fucking moron.
He's got this hickory stick. He just beat me with it.
But on that note, we were talking about leaving like an hour ago, so we're going to say goodbye for realsies this time. Toodles.
Peace.
Broadcast completed.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. Be sure to come on down to excellentdayforapodcast.com, where you'll find our entire catalog. And for your convenience, every episode contains a link where you can text the nerds. Want to throw some praise? Some critique? Perhaps you have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to see us tackle. But while you think about that, you could also check out the connections to all of our socials, including our YouTube channel. Give all them a visit. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. And for those feeling a little extra generous, there's also a button where you can support the show in other ways. Every bit of support helps. Well, that's it for this episode. And remember, stay creepy and keep talking some damn hard.